Right, we're back. Let's have a look at what we can buy. Ooh, we now have enough points to be able to get a offensive item upgrade for the team. So I'm going to do that. We'll now have better bombs. So that should help. Sounds like there's crows in that little, I think is it like a picnic table or swing set or something around the edges? The garden area anyway. Seems like there's some birds there. We'll see if our team's careful enough to avoid.
Let's do this.
This is another good reason why the bat is the better melee weapon as well. It has stun and knockback. So I've been mentioning that the thing you want to avoid is being hit at all, because of the amount of trauma you take. He really shouldn't run at me while I'm swinging. So oh dear. Deja vu. I'm beginning to think that Red-Eyed Jedi is perhaps maybe a bit new to the game. Always seems to be him. Walker is far too close to me here. He's getting caught in my melee attacks. But as I mentioned, if I don't get hit by using the bat's knockback, you'll notice that I'm barely taking damage because I'm able to keep them off. I'm able to keep them off me, so I don't get hit in the first place.
I need help! Please!
Is this getting harder, or is it me?
But you will have noticed we've now lost 8 health permanently since just since walking out the safe room to here, and that's the real linchpin of this build. It's the trauma resistance that's going to get you. You won't die quickly, you will die very slowly. It's worth keeping that in mind. The bruiser is coming around. We'll just jump out of the way of that. Now he's looking at everyone else. Well, not looking at, looking away from everyone else. And they've scared the birds again. Odulistic here knows what to do. The others are finally figuring it out.
Coming through.
Doesn't kill the infected in the area, this, by the way. If you're familiar with Left 4 Dead 2, you'll know what it is. Horde events spawn zombies in. So these will have spawned just out of where we can see, so probably like behind the fences, in the bushes and things. They'll just spawn in, climb over, run towards us and attack. And they'll do that. It won't take zombies away from the pool of zombies in like the next area or anything, is basically what I'm getting at. If no one's using them, I'm having them.
No big deal.
Give me a bit of extra health. So we've got a toolkit door here. So if someone had a toolkit, they could use it to open this room. This is a massive deal. I can now heal some of that trauma and massively raise my max health.
I'll take this. Need to take care of this.
I'll grab some ammo, so if anyone needs, I'll just caddy it around for them.
Sight here.
Another thing I'll just say about the
It's your lucky day, HR.
I'll grab it just so that they're not fussing about us leaving things on the table. Anyway, one thing you'll notice about the...
Let's do this. Woo! 10 points for me. So, who's keeping score?
Oh, don't blow that up in front of me, please. Ooh. But one thing you'll notice about the...
I don't
Oh,
know if anyone can hear me.
lost my train of thought now.
Our senses
Got interrupted by the zombies and all the fun I'm having smashing everything on my head.
I repeat. Evan's
Yeah,
zombies.
the
No survivors.
weapon mods. So, oh no, but I was going to mention the scope. Yeah, the scopes in the game pretty good. Apart from the higher zoom ones, they are really jarring to use. The guns in the game have a lot of recoil. Not that you need to be overly accurate. It's more just, you know, if you just spray into the crowd of zombies, you'll probably kill them all. Because they go down in a bullet or two, most of them. So you don't have to be overly precise. So the scopes are really jarring to use. The ranges you're fighting at are normally not very large. So,
Just a scratch.
and they're really pretty zoomed in. We'll see if one of them wants those
Meds here.
painkillers there.
Taking this. Need to be more careful.
Because I don't overly need it all. I have plenty of sustain.
See that, father? I could have made it.
These are actually some of the worst areas for me here. The open spaces mean that the zombies tend to get around your sides more easily. And if they get around your sides, they're going to get hits in. They're not going to get hit by that knockback. So they will get one swing, it won't do much. But it's reducing that max health over and over again, bit by bit. It's a game of inches when you're doing a melee build. And Holly here will absolutely agree to you that every inch does indeed count. I had to get that one in. Okay.
Be honest. Just not too honest.
What are we gonna do with you?
I think you can defibrillate people when they're down for a
What did you
faster
do?
revive that gives them more health, but it's advisable you don't because it can essentially give them an extra life if you save it.
Thanks, Hawk.
What are you, a politician? That one, Ridden 0.
I'm gonna get away from him.
Did you see that?
I know better than to get near people with bats when they're
Not
swinging.
feeling my best right now. Well, what do you know?
I'm beginning to wonder if maybe the reason we're having ammo concerns is that they might all be using bloody assault rifles. I will point this out, different to Left 4 Dead as you'll have seen, does not utilise just generic ammo that you have. There are different types. There are 4 different ammo types. You've got pistol and SMG rounds, you've got assault rifle rounds, sniper rifle rounds, and you have shotgun shells. Really, you should have someone using each weapon type.
Not Evangelo.
Yeah, just stand in front of a guy, I'm sure that won't hurt. Right, let's not make the same mistake. What are they doing? Yeah, I know. Kill the fucking guy.
Thanks, Holly.
again, I would rather they kill the fucking guy than just have me revive him in front. Okay. Hoffman's about to die. He has 1 life left though.
Looks like I got a tooth stuck in there. Bruiser.
Let's just point that guy out.
Hoffman's down.
There he goes.
Come on, man, that shit hurts.
Yo, watch where you park yourself.
Man, you're lucky I'm here saving.
Oh, Smiles must be reviving then. The prompt isn't there. There we go. Walker behind me. Right. So,
I don't want to die out here.
surprisingly enough, you wouldn't think it, but the melee build is actually a really good meta build at the moment.
Don't run, motherfucker.
As you can see, we are doing as well, if not better, than everyone else.
Did you see that?
Yeah, we need to stay away from each other. We're just going to beat each other up at this rate. I have 50 coins. I cannot afford that. See, that's what I get for being charitable and upgrading everyone's bombs. And he is dead.
What are you doing all the way back there?
Okay, he's out of stamina, you can tell. He's swinging real slow.
Where there's a will, there's a way. So, there's the way. Do you know what I have to go
That
through
is a
to
special behind me. There he is, yep. And there's more. Wonderful. Right.
Hey, get me down.
Don't you leave me on my own, Walker. Don't you leave me.
I knew I made a big mistake being here.
And we're dead. We're not getting through. Well. It's a bit weird, the difficulty in this game. I will say the survival mode is definitely the easy mode. Without a doubt, it's easy. The amount of things though that get taken away and changed, and that though up until the harder up to the harder difficulty here, as well as the friendly fire. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna have to just keep going into sustain here. The amount that keeps getting put into that, I mean, the amount of difference between the two difficulties, it is striking. Like, veteran is hard mode, survivor is easy. There isn't a normal difficulty, like a run, you know, a sort of fairly challenging, but you can do it, but it'll push you now and again sort of difficulty. No, not there. Doesn't exist. I'm going to hold on to my currency this time. I don't think I can trust them with it.
Anyone catch the weather today? Wondering if I should bring a jacket.
Will they alert every single crow on the map?
Checking the car. Coming through.
Right, come on. Bring it on. that spitter one I have to watch out for here, which no one's firing at. Don't run out in front. I'm the frontline guy.
Let's see what you
Literally designed for it. So we've now got plenty more damage resistant. He can't help himself.
More like it.
He can't.
Get back! That one, winning zero.
Let's crouch so I can shoot over.
Do I look like a worm face?
Fist down.
Oh, we need to move.
Fucking kidding me!
Keep in mind here, and I mean, yeah, I am built for it, but I'm using a bat. They have guns. They have actual weapons. You know, I've got a stick. I am beating this with a stick.
Look, over there.
Let them deal with that. Ooh, no special door this time. So yeah, randomly generated each time. Well, procedurally generated. It basically randomizes some of the spawns,
That's it, Dottie.
changes things around a bit. You're not guaranteed to find the same things twice. The shop inventory changes. There's enough differences each run to keep you on your toes. Combined with the cards, it can make a fairly different experience each time. He just stood and took that.
Hoffman, watch your line of sight.
So sorry.
There goes the slam.
Need to reload. Just a scratch. That's what I'm telling myself.
Ugh, looks like I got a tooth stuck in there.
I don't know if anyone can hear me, but our settlement is gone. The infected have changed, mutated. I repeat, no survivors.
Ooh.
Feeling slightly
I'll be honest, the absolute nightmare creature as melee. I mean, most of the special infected when you're doing melee only are pretty nasty. He just loves to keep running in front of my goddamn bat. But yeah, the big bruiser guy, him, who's just knocked me into the birds and now we're probably dead. He is the absolute worst.
Reloading.
Wow, we aren't even going to make it through here this time. Good lord. There we go. Right. So we do, I believe, get a checkpoint actually at that level. So yeah, so as you can see it saved it, but we can't continue it. We've got no continues remain, so we can just delete that off. We can create a new one, veteran, and we go to Pain Train. We can start right where we left off, though it won't keep the exact cards and upgrades, so anything that I've picked up during the levels will be gone. So it can be nasty if you had like upgraded weapons and things. It's a bit of a strange system that they would give you limited continues but unlimited checkpoint restarts. It's very strange. Like, I can start there infinitely as much as I like, but I can only ever, in fact I'm just going to cancel this very briefly, but I can only ever try from there in my current run 3 times. Very odd design decision. Since we're not using guns in the game, and I'm kind of giving my thoughts here, just the gunplay, you won't see much of it here, but we'll do a bit. It is snappy, we'll say. You can toggle this off, I believe, in the gameplay system here. So we've got auto recenter, recoil, we've got you can even make it so it will fire all weapons at the maximum fire rate they can. And where is it? Game code, hit markers, all weapons full auto, select. I'm sure you. I think you can swap the auto aim off. I'm sure I saw it somewhere. Aim assist, yes, there it is. And the strength and aim down sight target snapping. You can turn it off, but I will warn you, you're just making it harder. So it's going to be a hard sell that it's balanced around. Obviously it's balanced around the default settings. The default settings are that that's turned on. So I think the only reason I can think that it's there is so that console and PC players are at an even footing. They just have auto aim all the time. Everyone has it. Because you'll notice I could aim here. It will just, the moment I press aim, like I'm over there, okay, it doesn't have to be overly too close, but if it's just in the general area, it auto aims. Not to the chest, it auto aims like, well, it does if I guess you're close to the chest, but if you are just remotely close to the head, it'll just snap. We can combine that with a few things, so we'll try a few different weapons here, but shotguns, the gunplay is pretty good. They've got a good weight to them. The adaptive triggers on the PlayStation 5 pad are really solid. They're just, honestly, if you try PlayStation 5 of them, they are very satisfying to use. They really make the gunplay on most games feel a lot better, because it just makes the gun feel weightier. That and the haptic feedback, so it's like vibrating in the rhythm of the gun. Pretty good. As I've mentioned already, so we've got a few different submachine guns. There we've got a few different rifles and a few different sniper rifles. So we've got SMGs as well. Just give you an idea. The recoil is pretty nuts. It does, again, as you saw in the options, it recenters afterwards. So if you just let go for a second, it will recenter to where you started shooting from. The big oddities, I will say, with all the weapons, The axes, again, there is no scenario I can think of where you are better off with an axe, bar maybe 1 or 2 scenarios. There's like 1 or 2 scenarios tops, and they're very niche. You would be holding like a doorway with your melee weapon, with a bunch of zombies coming through, practically single file, so you can easily hack them to bits. This would just one-shot them. So that would, because it one-shots, it would be maybe slightly better than a bat, but in all honesty probably not by much. And at just killing special infected, like against those bruisers, the fire axe here would actually probably 2 or 3 shot them even on veteran. 200 and odd damage is no joke. This would absolutely wreck them. Plus with the bonuses, keeping in mind that I'm dealing, what's it like? I think 50% extra damage. Let's have a look. Melee, we get batter up is 50% bonus damage, and then it's just melee attack speed and attack speed and stamina efficiency. So we will be dealing, if this is dealing 219, we would probably be dealing about 330 ish. So we could probably 2 or 3 hit most special infected. That's the scenario where the axe is better. But against common infected, which are way more common as the name suggests, they are just terrible. When they're, especially in the open, the more open it is, the less useful the bat is. Open area, and they're coming at you from all sides, and you're having to go kill that one, kill that one, kill that one. As more and more are coming in, plus it doesn't have as much knockback as the bat. The bat, swing, knockback, they'll be unlikely to even get hit in, keeps that trauma resistance from diminishing. Even if the bat is of higher rarity, it's best. Even if the fire axe is of higher rarity, or the hatchet, not worth going for over a machete or a bat, unless you are specifically there to take out the special infected. Like that's your job in some kind of party you're part of. The other weapon I don't understand is the sniper rifles. I genuinely don't get this. They deal a ton of damage. That's fair enough. I mean, this is the Barrett 50 cal. Is basically the hardest hitting weapon in the game. You can also go for the Phoenix here. Less damage, but faster firing. And then we can go down another to the M1A. It's getting closer and closer to being an assault rifle each time, or well, a semi-auto rifle each time basically. So yeah, you go Barrett, big chunky bolt action thing with slow reload, slow cycle speed. Phoenix with fast cycle speed and decent reload. M1A, semi-auto. There's the ranch rifle. This uses assault rifle rounds and does 29 damage compared to 100 here, 150 there, and 230 odd there. The issue at that point though, when you're only doing 30 damage, is an AK which is automatic. Will do 24 and a bit, so it's barely more damage. But it's just weird. It leaves snipers and the axes. Like again, the axes are in a really weird space where I honestly don't see why you would take them over the bat or machete unless you are there specifically to just punch giant mutations in the face. And I don't see why you would take the snipers unless you're literally insane. because they will hit one zombie for all of the damage in the world, and then they would have a few seconds, like you would go, ah, a horde approaching me, boom, that one zombie is really dead, and now we're on top of you. You might get 2 shots in, and then you're gone. And that's the reload speed. It's pretty awful. So they're in a weird spot, the sniper rifles. And you're not encouraged to be away from your team, because obviously things can grab you. The optics are jarring as hell to use. Would probably, honestly, just put an ACOG on. You're not going to be using it at extreme range. But of course, beggars can't be choosers. You're not guaranteed to find one of those. Which is why I would like to see the shop have a larger inventory. And on the topic of these add-ons, I'll just give you a quick idea of what we've got. But what can we get here? We'll go with the this big machine gun. So let's say with the machine gun we compensate the recoil. We go for a extended fast mag. We go for a light competition stock, decreases time to enter aim down sights, increases movement speed. And we'll just put a reflex. And you'll see what I mean with the target snapping, how it can be a bit... Yeah. Very snappy. Very, very much. Again, I think it's so that the crossplay matters less, so that consoles are... everyone's just at an even footing with their aim. That's what I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt of. But it is a bit much, I will admit. I would have thought they'd maybe turn that off on the harder modes, but don't know. But that's the gunplay. Basically, it's... like I say, it is very snappy. But yeah, using those high zoom scopes can be a bit jarring. I really don't understand the use of snipers or hatchets and things. I will point out one thing as well though. Things like the Magnum and Desert Eagle that you can get on these sidearms here. So you know, there's like a little SMG there. There's a double barrel. You've got things like burst pistols that are basically SMGs. The Desert Eagle uses sniper rounds. The Magnum here will use assault rifle rounds. Just the idea of, you know, they're using bigger bullets. But generally speaking, yeah, the gunplay, there's a lot of recoil, but very snappy, easy to aim. Given that there's no campaign PvP, which by the way, there's no campaign PvP. It's like a weird horde mode where you have to outlast each other on the amount of time that you survive, and yeah, it's weird.
Let's go kick some ass.
So, given that that's the case, oh, we've got an actual nasty card for once. So we can do a speedrun challenge, but there's going to be more alert doors. So, yeah, with the gunplay and that, one thing I will point out, the difficulties are very much based on your... Yeah, I think just get some sustain here. Right. The difficulties are very much based on your ability to keep up a decent economy. So it's not so much
I'll take this.
about... Ooh, can we afford much here? I'll grab some pills. One thing I do like as well, if you start the run later on, it does actually give you the cards that you would have got up until that point.
SMG over here.
And it gives you a reasonable amount of money. Usually less than what you would have. Mind you, as we go on, it gives you more and more. So it's less than you would... It's more than you would have by that point.
Reloading here.
But it is... Whilst it's more than you would have, it is less... it is less than you would have got going all the way through the game. Right.
Ding ding, we got a winner.
Get eyes on that. Need to reload.
We need to stop Ridden access across the Canoa River ASAP. That means taking out George Washington Bridge. We cannot wait for those caught on the other side. Hope one out.
Ooh, the bot is getting absolutely beaten to a pulp here.
Reloading.
So you'll notice this is a theme as we go through. The bot will be basically brain dead.
Let's go, Dottie.
They are, generally speaking, less than useless. The bots, they do not carry ammo. They can't give you ammo or act as an ammo caddy, they just have infinite ammo. They cannot carry items, so they can't even carry medkits. They can't heal themselves as a result. They will not heal you. The bots cannot do objectives. Any objectives, you must carry the item and do it yourself. On solo mode, that means you have to carry and haul everything one at a time by hand
Anyone can hear me, but
without
our
help.
settlement is gone. The infected have
This is particularly nasty
mutated.
on
Evansburg.
finales.
Survivors.
While the game is doable in, well, presumably doable in solo, it doesn't have a solo mode available at the moment, and you can't set up a private lobby on your own for whatever reason.
So, who's keeping score?
I think it lets you set up one with friends, but not on your own. For whatever reason, they just don't let you set up a private solo lobby. God only knows as to why. But, presumably, because when I have ended up with all the players leaving and being on my own, I've done okay with the bots. I've managed to do the finales with bots. You can beat the game by yourself with bots, but they won't do very well. They'll constantly die and you'll have to keep saving them. and they're not really much use to you other than just being a gun turret and a distraction. The zombies here are fairly sparse in their numbers, so we can probably heal up to full off of these. If we're careful to not get hit, that is.
Reloading.
We've got a bruiser!
Oh, for God's sake.
Need help here. Walker's down.
Well, they're done. I'm done.
Okay. Looks like the horde's almost gone.
You found something good, or?
So anyway, yes, the bots as I was mentioning. So as you can see, Mom now, she can't heal herself. Oh, she does it. Oh, they do actually carry some items. I think that's the first time I've seen them actually grab and carry something.
Crowd goes wild.
They're not using it though. They're nearly dead, carrying some pain pills, and they're not using them.
Almost out.
The bots are strange. I'll admit that much. They're very odd.
Jump!
He didn't jump.
Need a hand?
I can't get back up there either. That El Andy needs to actually save him.
Get me up!
Every video game trope ever. There ain't it. They're at the back of the waterfall. Of course they are. He's been holding a bat out on me. Oh, now we're gonna really do some damage here.
Patch yourself up.
Supply crate in that cart. Should probably check it out. When there's not an angry zombie just striding toward. Unsurprisingly, the bot has died, and they've set the bot on fire.
Help me! I've got you, Mom.
So,
Bless you, hon.
there we go. We have nothing in here now. I'll say, in all honesty, the harder difficulties, it's more about planning than actually how good you are at the game. You mostly just have to know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, you're fine. Yeah? Even on Nightmare, it's like, okay, well, be careful. That's the motto here. It's just be careful.
Reloading.
Covered in this shit.
He'll explode, but it doesn't do much damage as a wretch. Yeah. It's the acid that does the damage, not the actual explosion. If we're quick, we might be able here to get to see the next mission before we're done. He scared the crap out of me though.
Oh yeah.
Watch out, bruiser!
But it's more just knowing what you're doing and having a decent deck and a good economy. And there are economy cards you can pick. By all means, you can all carry cards that help you, that allow you to see things through walls and increase the odds of them spawning. To the point where you could make every item spawn more often, whilst also being able to see all of them. I think on the harder difficulties, Probably worth having at least one person with a build like that. We'll revive a bot.
Think of there.
Mombot can help us in this.
How you doing, Mom?
Oh,
You see that?
Evangelo's down.
Thanks, hon.
there we go. Well, we're not hitting that. We'll get Evangelo here.
You see it?
I owe you one.
Running low.
Ammo over here.
Let's do this. Yes.
But yes, it's mostly about just keeping up a good economy. If you can keep yourself healed, if you can keep yourself done up on weapons and items, you'll be fine. Speaking of which, when we get up here, we'll drop all of our ammo for everyone else. No point in me keeping it, is there? Oh. Get out of that acid. This is where Holly really comes in as a character. So as you see, we are able to keep swinging in spite of being low on stamina, because each kill is giving us a bit back. If enough zombies surround me, we get to a point.
Let me get you up.
Thanks, kid.
You know, we get to a point where we're killing that many in an arc in front
I got you, hon.
that we can and will just maintain the stamina.
Easy. I'm here, Holly.
You know, if we're killing enough,
Thanks.
which is about, you want to be killing 2 or 3 a swing, really? God, that wasn't
Nothing's
even the Horde
impossible.
event.
Well, almost nothing.
See, this is where we get punished for dying last time. Last time I had a defib. This time I don't. Right.
Oh yeah.
Woo! 10 points for me. So, who's keeping score? Low on ammo? Take this.
Don't need this. Here, you look like you need this.
Ammo here. Ammo here. Need this.
Right. We want to position ourselves here.
We got company.
But yeah, again, just having a good build.
Cover me. Reloading.
Well, since the bruiser's that way, we'll go down this way.
Oh God.
Can't believe everyone else is gone.
Ooh. I just noticed as well, I've still got them damn pills from the beginning, but I should have taken at this point.
I'm just glad I could beat you to help you out.
As mentioned earlier though in the other episode, when we are down, we still swing. I've got 2 continues to go. I do still wish though that, you know, again, having played Vermintide and things, there were maybe a block button that doesn't negate damage, doesn't like completely negate damage, but I wouldn't mind a block button that just, for like the big swings like that from the bruisers, if I could just take a smidge less damage, it'd be greatly appreciated. Speaking of taking less damage, but I think that this one's gonna be, yeah, 1's probably larger than 10%. Although, the thing is, even the charged attacks don't do a ton of damage to the large infected. We're not really effective against them. But I can always give it a go. I'm glad they've not left. I don't see bots in this. Again, the bots, they really don't do much, as we've seen. They die way too easily. They don't use... The one thing that they are good for is if you get to a medical supply cabinet, you can use it, use the free charge that it comes with. But they can use it for free. If you just keep pinging it, the bots will take that as a command to use it, and they'll just keep using it until they're at full health. The biggest issue with the bots, in all honesty though, is that they scale really badly. It's bad enough that they're not great.
Sniper rifle.
They should have full ammo. I don't know why they're using a pistol. It gives you plenty of money at this point.
Wow,
They can use that money
must have hurt.
to
Let's see what's in here.
Ooh, nearly swung at him then.
SMG here.
You're a big trouble once I get the
Ammo
bullets
over
back
here.
in this gun.
Oh, nearly forgot. I mean, I did forget last time, but forgot to use, not buy, but there we go. Painkillers. Perfect.
Just what I wanted.
So yeah, the biggest problem with the bots is they don't get cards like you get. There's bloody pain meds there, isn't there?
Here.
Get this stuff off me.
Appreciate it.
Okay, he's used them. But I feel vindicated. Oh, I lost my green bat, didn't I?
Kiss my bat.
That's the heavy attack, by the way. I do wish you could equip cards while you were in the shooting range. I'd actually like to see how much damage that does, but that little charge you do as well can actually make you miss sometimes. You have to be careful. Oh, here we go.
They're there. Reloading. Ah, you've got to be.
We'll go for the wretch. He's gonna do way less damage to me.
To use that.
There we go. Right on the noggin. Well, I think that was worth getting just for that. That's not good. Oh, I couldn't even quite get out of the way. Oh, not great. Oh, that's almost worth go. You know what? This is also something. On the harder difficulties, take your time. Just take your goddamn time. Like, you go back here, I can spend 100 on a health refill.
This hurts my feelings.
Enemies are less likely to spawn once you've cleared areas. I think literally right now enemies cannot spawn here because we've cleared it. It's not like Left 4 Dead where you can go back and a smoker just kills you. It's like, no, you've cleared the area. It's fine. So I will say it's good for that.
Let's go, Dottie.
So
you can kind of just...
Hey, don't go bleeding on
The
me
tactic
now.
on the harder difficulties is to just retreat back down corridors quite quick, get distance, and then once you've got a bit of distance, it is to
No survivors.
ooh, That's gonna stink. Once we've got distance, just charge in and take them out then. Got a swing charged and ready here. Someone's getting hit by it.
Not my time.
I don't think the bots can set the birds off, but I don't want to find out for certain. Ooh.
You should patch yourself up.
Mind the birds. I want to let everyone know we're here.
Gotta reload.
Nice for damage of ADL and enemy health bars. And he's literally stood on them to trigger that. At least we've not got bots anymore though. The biggest problem though with bots, like I said, they don't get cards like you do. So they actually don't scale into the late game. Ooh. Ow, ow, ow. Pain pills! Away! Let's not forget about them this time.
Go, Mom.
Wanna give me a hand here?
Get up.
I've always wanted to bathe in garbage and bees.
Crap. Can't catch him. Alright, catching up. Where have the other two gone? Oh, they're doing something. What are they looking at over there? Hey, I'll be able to see the damage I deal and all, won't I? I did buy that, right? I did. I did, I can see it there.
Sucks.
Right.
Reloading.
I'm ready. You ready? Let's
Ooh,
kick
I'm
ass.
just looking at the time as well. Right, before we hit the train yard, I'm probably going to have to call it. So yeah, because we've got the extra damage, so we're not on 9 anymore. We're now dealing 13.5. Which means the zombies probably have about 25 health, I would imagine. But we may be doing additional because of the headshot, maybe? I do know, it doesn't... It would show, wouldn't it? So, yeah. I'll crouch so I can shoot over. Oh, I can hear something.
Cover me, reloading.
Every time, them ones. They're just chipping away at my health. Right, I'm gonna cut it here and we'll continue on in the train yard next time. Thank you very much for watching.
Here.